to look at a couple applications of adding and subtracting polynomials. So let's say you got a question like this, and it said to find the perimeter. Okay, and in this case, obviously, it's probably going to say find an expression for the perimeter. So remember, perimeter is to add up all the sides. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're just going to do 2x plus 3x plus 1. But because it's a rectangle, we need another 2x and another 3x plus 1. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're just going to add all the sides. And we're going to collect like terms. And 2x plus 3x plus 2x plus 3x is 10x. And 1 plus 1 is 2. And that is an expression to represent the perimeter. Now, if I told you that the perimeter was, that x was 3, for example, let's say, what if x was 3? Then we would do 10 times 3 plus 2, and we would get the perimeter, which is 30 plus 2, or 32. So that's how you would do it if x was 3. And obviously, if x was 4 or x was 5, you'd get a different perimeter. What about an example like this one that might say, find the shaded area? Okay, so I tell you what the area of the big shape is, and I tell you what the area of the small shape is. And the question is, how are you going to get the shaded part? Well, you've got to think about this as if there was like a simpler problem. Like, for example, say this was an area of 8. And then I gave you like this inside shape that had an area of 2. To get the shaded part, you just do 8 minus 2, right? It's the exact same thing, but it just happens to have algebra. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the area of the big one, but because we're subtracting, those brackets are really important. So area of the big one minus the area of the small one. Really important that we have the bracket. Because remember, when we're subtracting, we're not just subtracting the x, we're subtracting the x and the, whoops, that was a plus 2, x and the plus 2. So remember, how do we subtract polynomials? We add the opposite. So this will become add, what's the opposite of x? Negative x. And what's the opposite of 2? Negative 2, right? We add the opposite. Then we can collect for like terms. We can put our x's together, and we can put our constants together. And in this case, an expression for the area would be 2x minus 6. So be really, really careful when you have a problem that's asking you to subtract something, because it really makes a difference. That bracket makes a huge difference, and you have to be really careful with your signs.